We are on page 114, unit 18, musical form, motifs, and phrases. Or not. Let's try that. And there we go. Now we are.
Writing begins with the most basic unit, a letter of the alphabet. Letters are then combined into words, then sentences, paragraphs, chapters, and finally into larger works. Similarly, music begins with a basic unit, the note. It is then combined into larger and larger melodic and/or rhythmic units until a song or piece is created. Understanding the basic forms of music helps to understand how a composition is organized and structured. A motive is a short, melodic, rhythmic, or harmonic element that is used repeatedly throughout a piece. Most music is based on the development and expansion of one or more motives. Perhaps the most well-known motive in classical music is the four-note pattern used in the first movement of Beethoven's Symphony No. 5. After its introduction, this melodic motive is used repeatedly in its original form, then later in transposition and other variations. The rhythmic pattern of this motive also appears as a motive in the third and fourth movements.
So if you know this piece, you know that that little four-note motive happens throughout the entire piece. Sometimes as the melody, sometimes just as kind of the background, and you don't even really know it's there until you're listening kind of underneath all the other things.
A phrase is a short section of music that may be either a complete or incomplete musical idea. It may contain one or more motives in their original form or in some variation. Here you can see that Mary Had a Little Lamb is divided into 4 phrases.
Right. So we wouldn't necessarily call this, I know we already kind of got ahead of ourselves with the video that we watched. This is not A, B, C, D form, right? Even though you might be thinking, well, but it's all different material. We make phrases like sentences, right? That opening page in what we're doing right now talked about we have letters, we string letters together to make words, words make sentences, sentences make paragraphs, paragraphs make books and novels and things like that. So these are just phrases right now. Phrases are like sentences. So Mary had a little lamb, sentence. Its fleece was white as snow. The words are phrases. The pitches are also help determine the different phrases.
When one is speaking, the end of a phrase occurs when the speaker takes a breath. This usually occurs at a comma when there is a moment of pause. The end of a musical phrase provides a lift or breath for the instrumentalist or singer.
Oh, she's not going to sing it. There's somewhere in here she sings it for us, and it's interesting. Okay.
To demonstrate the
Here
way
we
a
go.
phrase works, say the words of the following song, taking a breath or pause at the end of each section. Mary had a little lamb. Little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb.
Oh, wait, it gets better.
Its fleece was white as snow. Each breath or pause was the end of a phrase. Now sing the rhyme and notice that the phrases of the music match those of the text.
Okay. So I will, full warning, I'm going to hit the little button and she's going to sing it, but she's singing it like she's on Broadway and it's only Mary Had a Little Lamb. So it's going to make you giggle a little bit. Okay, here we go.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
Oh, beautiful. Just lovely. It's lovely.
Click on the two phrases that are similar in Mary Had a Little Lamb, then click the Enter Answer button to check your answer.
Okay, so this is similar to number 1 in your book. Which two phrases are similar in Mary Had a Little Lamb? A, B, C, and D. Which ones, if you look at the pitches and you look at the wording, which ones are the same? Manny? A and C.
I totally didn't write the wrong ones first.
That's okay.
You had number A and number C. No, play again. I won't do it again.
All right. Let's see. This is the same as what's in your book. Circle the number of phrases in the following example. Let's listen. Oh, the black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
Yeah.
So, how many phrases do we have? Okay, careful. Think about what they said a phrase was. A phrase isn't necessarily a measure. If you look at the example of Mary Had a Little Lamb, a phrase was actually 2 measures, right? So, ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? That's a phrase. Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Some of you might say there's 3 because like, oh, well, there's a comma after yes, sir, and didn't they say commas meant that there was a new phrase? Yes and no, but if I just said 3 bags full, does that make sense? Right. Yes, sir, 3 bags full. So it's an answer to the question that just happened. So it's really only 2 phrases. All right. And that's it for page 114.